Welcome back. It's 6:53. We're getting you ready for your Monday with the Morning Sprint.
Caroline Flynn is live with tips from experts to organize all that back-to-school paperwork.
Nikki Torres is tracking a forecast that looks a whole lot like fall. But first to Kelsey Morgan, looking ahead to the trial for a Pullman police officer.
Well, today, jury members will be selected in the trial of former Sergeant Dan Hargraves. He's accused of sexual misconduct on the job stemming from an alleged incident in March of 2018. Hargraves detained a WSU freshman for underage drinking. According to court documents, the student said he directed her to perform a sex act on him in exchange for not arresting her. After she did so, she says he dropped her off at her dorm. Hargraves' DNA was found on her sleeve. The victim reported the incident. Hargraves was arrested several months later. He resigned from Pullman PD shortly after his arrest. His trial is now set to begin this week after the jury is selected starting at 9 o'clock this morning.
Thousands auditioned for American Idol in downtown Spokane yesterday. Show producers said they were impressed by the turnout in Lilac City. Hopefuls sang in front of producers for 2 rounds of auditions at the Davenport Grand. If they made it through that stage, they would be sent on to face the show's celebrity judges later on down the line. This season of American Idol is expected to premiere in early March, though no official date has been set yet. When it does air, you can watch how all of the locals do right here on 4 News Now.
All right, we've got a cooler day ahead of us and even a wetter day because we are expecting the potential for some rain showers for the earlier part of your day. And then as we get into the late afternoon, early evening, that's when the chance for some thunderstorms comes into play throughout our forecast. So here we are at 54 degrees. That's where we're at this morning. We're going to keep cruising in some of those 50s for the next few hours. And then we're going to start seeing some of these 60s. We're not going to increase in temperatures by much. 64 degrees for that high temperature in Spokane.
Well, this week we expect to learn the identity of the young man who fell to his death while hiking in Riverside State Park this weekend. He and his friend were hiking Friday night when the friend turned around to find the man had vanished. The Spokane Fire Department's technical rescue team went in to try to save that man, but it was too late. Crews say he was in his early 20s. His name will be released by the medical examiner's office.
There is a new name in the race for Washington's next governor. Joshua Freed has joined 3 other Republicans running against Democratic incumbent Governor Jay Inslee. Freed is a real estate developer and the former mayor of Bothell. In a video announcing his campaign, Freed says he will focus on homelessness, government transparency, and opposition to estate income tax.
The Air Force says you can expect some more noise and military aircraft flying overhead for the next few weeks. Thousands of airmen and aircraft from around the country are coming to Washington to conduct 3 weeks of realistic airborne training exercises. Those exercises will happen across the state from Fairchild, Joint Base Lewis McChord. They'll be going on until September 28th.
This week is your chance to let Spokane leaders know what you think deserves your tax money next year. Mayor David Condon has shared a first look at the city's 2020 budget. It includes money for 20 new police hires and $220 million in construction. To learn more about the budget and share your thoughts, you can go to a meeting at the West Central Community Center tomorrow evening at 5. The public has until late September to comment. The mayor will deliver a final budget proposal to the city council on November 1st.
Well, the Seahawks squeaked past the Cincinnati Bengals with a 1-point victory in Seattle. The last time the Seahawks lost a home opener was back in 2008, but this one certainly was not easy. The Seahawks hang on to win it 21-20, starting the season 1-0. They'll face the Pittsburgh Steelers next Sunday at 10 a.m. Steelers didn't look so great against the Patriots last night.
And coming up next on Good Morning America, fixer-upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines now run a design empire, but they're opening up about when they fear their business wouldn't survive.
We were literally going from Friday to Friday saying, are we going to make it?
The design duo explains how work put a strain on their marriage, and the secret ingredient they say helps strengthen their bonds.
A big surprise for a young boy who saved up for a trip to Disney World, but instead used that money to help people impacted by Hurricane Dorian.
When people were hungry, I wanted them to have something to eat.
Disney decided to surprise that generous young man with the trip to Disney World that he was so looking forward to. See the moment he learns he's getting that dream trip coming up next.
And in terms of keeping your papers at bay when it comes to all that back to school, back to fall activities stuff, is make sure you keep a recycling bin handy. When you have your kids come home every day, have a spot in the kitchen, the dining room, where you can go through the papers, put the ones you don't need here, and keep a bin with folders for each child handy, and all the important ones, you stick them in there each and every day.
Well, today is Senior Day at the fair. The Spokane County Interstate Fair has been a hit so far. More than 29,000 people visited the fair in just its first 2 days since it opened Friday. This week, the fair will offer several specials. During Senior Day today, anyone 65 and older gets in for free. On Tuesday, it's the fair's first ever sensory day. That means the lights and sounds will be turned off on all the kids' rides from noon to 4. Then on Wednesday, it's Patriots Day. All first responders and military members get in for free.
This afternoon, Washington's Teacher of the Year will be selected. The state superintendent of public instruction has narrowed it down to 10 educators, and an elementary teacher from Spokane Valley is on that list. Annalisa McCann is a first grade teacher from Broadway Elementary. She was nominated by the regional district for the top honor, and we should know the winner around 1:30 today.
Best of luck to her. Well, Whitworth has been named one of the best regional universities in the West. U.S. News and World Report is out with new rankings this morning, and Whitworth is number 3. It's behind only Trinity University in Texas and the University of Portland. Eastern ranked 62nd on that same list. Gonzaga was recently moved to the National Universities category, where it ranked 79th.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, most of us sit all day, which can be bad for your heart health.
Yeah, we talked to an expert to figure out how to get those steps in during your busy days. Watch tomorrow from 5 to 7.
And before you head out the door, we're seeing some gray skies out there. So take a look in the mirror right before you leave and make sure you say, is this going to keep me warm, and is this waterproof? Because we could see some rain showers in there and cool temperatures for today.
All right, Nikki, thanks so much.
All right, thank you for watching. Good Morning Northwest. GMA starts now.